This has been about 3 weeks since I painted the bike, and I want to show you what the effects of drying are. Now this is a acrylic enamel, for example. You may have from the bottom this much of the liquid in it to spread the paint, and maybe a little bit more for the paint. The thing is that when I put this on the panel, this whole can will go on the panel, except the bottom half, which is the lacquer thinner or enamel reducer, will evaporate out of the paint, and if it's enamel, it will halfway stay in. But if that matter evaporates out of the paint, then the paint shrinks, and that's the lesson for today. So before I used 2000 grit, and I got these panels absolutely perfectly smooth. And then I polished them, and then I waxed them. As you can tell, they look slightly dull. Now, it does have a little dust on them, but this is something I want to show you painters that you're going to run into. It just happens if you use an uncatalyzed enamel. I'll wipe the dust off here. But this Repsol sticker I got absolutely perfectly smooth. Now let's see if we can see any flaws in the clear. If you'll notice, there are some little problems around the edges. There's also, if you can see the line right above the Repsol. You see that little line? There's a line right in the orange. And you can also see where the Repsol and the red should be absolutely smooth. But with the lights reflecting in it, it's not smooth. Why is that? That is because by the time I polished this panel and today, the enamel reducer has part of it has evaporated, and as it's evaporated, the skin on the clear has shrunk, and that's what it does. And it will probably shrink some more. That's why you can see that the paintwork is not as shiny and as crisp as it was. Let's see if I can find some more areas here. This is for all you people that haven't painted, but you want to look at the very fine places. The paint is fine, as you can see. You can see my hand through it, but not as well. And if you look right here, see if I can see it. There's little tiny spots in here and up in here. I don't know how well this camera can get it. And see down in here. But as the paint dries, it shrinks. Now let's see here. I haven't done this either. Let's see if I can find something here. Yeah, I think I can. You can see a spot. You can see a little spot right here. Let's see if I can get it in the light. It's a little halo underneath the paint. And that halo wasn't there because I sanded it absolutely perfectly smooth. But and this is a stress crack right here. Right here. Which I run into every now and then with these. But I can see all kinds of little tiny pits, and see if I can get that one. That's right. It's right here. I did a little body work right there. But the clear should have totally made that go away and everything will be fine. Now it's going to shrink even more. So what you have to do in a situation like this, if you want to keep the panel perfectly polished, is to go back over it with 2000 grit. So you can see right around here too. You want to go back over it with 2000 grit again and then repolish it, or you can go over it with 2000 grit and shoot on some more clear. But you have to remember that in Einstein's theories and Tesla's physics, matter cannot be created or nor destroyed. It can only be moved from one form to another, which means if I put on 8 ounces of paint onto my panel and 3 ounces is going to evaporate, then this paint has to fill in for those 3 ounces that are evaporated. And when the paint shrinks and fills into the empty space, what it does is it leaves pits, halos, lines, let me see if I can get that better. Yeah, I think you can see it now. See the little line right in the Repsol? Right there, when that Repsol, right there where that line is where the sticker backing was. But you can see on the Repsol itself the orange peel. There was no orange peel when I did it before. That's just as the lacquer or the enamel reducer halfway comes out of it, it shrinks. So that is our clear coating lesson for the day.